Greetings, Judah. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey guys, I hope you all are having a good week. I say you all, but I hope each and every one of you guys, well, maybe I shouldn't say a good week. I hope you're having an enlightened week. I'm sure after last week, and you saw the way that Esau, Edom, and the rest of the Gentiles, even some of Judah, showed themselves out, revealed themselves, a better word, with the rioting and the sedition acts that happened in D.C. at the nation's capital. Well, now the new noise out there is that on the 17th, something similar is going to happen again. But not only in the nation's capital, but in every capital in all 50 states, including Hawaii. Now, the reason I bring this forward, guys, for two reasons. One, to warn you. But this warning is not a new warning because we have talked about this now for years, about a new type of purge that could potentially happen. What I mean by purge, they dog whistled this for us years, showing an all-out assault on the people of Yah, starting with the government and then working its way down to us, as they always have done. I said, when white man catch a cold, black, the Hebrews, Judah, catch pneumonia. Well, you're about to see another demonstration, and don't be surprised if it finds a way to a community or a street near you. Now, the opposite word here is surprise, because if you're all surprised, then maybe you should be destroyed. If you got family members who are surprised, maybe they should be destroyed. Maybe it's time for them, to, how you say, release the spirit. Maybe it's time for the spirit to be released from them. Because that means they had not hearkened to the word of Yah. They had not listened to the prophets, to the messengers. Quite frankly, they're probably in a state of rebellion against Yah. Because at the end, Yah warned us over and over in the end days, these sort of things would happen. And they're going to happen. Whether it's the 17th, through the 20th, whether it's after that time frame. Because interestingly enough, if this rebellion, and that's exactly what it is, if this rebellion goes forward because of Trump getting taken out of the office, I can assure you when they go back to finding out who did the cheating, it's going to be the same old story. Cover your ears if you're sensitive. That nigga raped me. Although, she was raped by one of her own kind. Esau raped Esau. But you know how these heifers are. These wenches. Esau went there running around. That nigga raped me. So again, it'll come back. They rigged it. The niggas rigged the election. The niggas were the one who miscounted, the ballots. Because we were the face. When you went back to look at, when they went to all of these voting polls, who did they show showing there counting the votes? Esau. I'm sorry, not Judah. The so-called African American. The original Negro from Negro land. The Hebrew Israelite. So they'll find a way to blame you. Dog whistling all the way to your door. And again, if you haven't prepared yourself, you don't have reserves restored for yourself, provisions stored for yourself, first aid kits stored for yourself, then, maybe it's time for you to meet your maker. And if you don't have a problem with it, I most certainly don't have a problem with it. And neither should anyone else. Again, Yah warned us. He told us to be prepared. In a time that you think that is not going to happen, that's exactly when it's going to happen. In essence, when they proclaim peace and safety, sudden destruction will come. Why do you think they closed down all these churches? Because they knew that would have been a refuge for a lot of Judah to go run into. But these so-called preachers have conspired with Esau. After all, they've been taking that blood money, like Judas. You know what I'm saying? They got paid on the side, not to provide any type of place of shelter for you, but at the same time continue to what's the word? When they milking you out of your chump change, fleece you. They're still doing a good job of fleecing you on their YouTube platforms, their social media platforms, fleecing you until you don't have another dime left. When you should have taken all of that money that you said you're giving them so Yah will bless you. No, Yah that bless you when he put the reserves in your pockets. You should have went out and did the things that he told Peter to do. You might say, well, what things, DFG, did he tell Peter to do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Follow me. Let's go to the history book. Let's go to the Basura of Luke. All right? And let's go to chapter 22. Give you a quick little story. It's not going to take long. It's not going to take long at all. All praises due to Yah. I'm going to start reading to you at verse 31. And Adonai said, Simeon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you. And Adonai said to Simeon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, as he desires to still have each and every one of us, including me. He said he desires to have you, that he may sift you like as wheat. But I have prayed for you, that your belief fail not. See, that's what's happening right now. A lot of people don't believe. They don't believe. But for you who do believe, that's Yah giving you revelation knowledge to be prepared. No different than Noah warned us. And as Yeshua said, it will be as it was in the days of Noah, in the days of his coming again, as it was in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, the whole homosexual thing that was going on, the pedophile thing that was going on. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go read the book of Joshua, a book they took out because they didn't want you to be able to see their hand in these last and evil days. But he said, I pray for you. He said that your belief fail not. And that's important, my brothers and sisters. You should be walking around with a spirit of fear. You should be walking around with a spirit of belief. Revelation 21:8. The unbelieving shall have their part with the murderers, the adulterers, the abominable, and all the others in the lake of fire. The book says, read it for yourself. That your belief fail not. And when you are turned back, strengthen your brethren. That's what we're doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now, my brother. I'm trying to strengthen you. Because that was the commandment from our forefathers. In that day of evil, don't be a coward and run. Turn back and face the enemy. And strengthen your brothers. That's what our attempt is right now. That's my intention, to strengthen the brothers. That's sisters as well. And he's talking to Judah. And he said unto him, this is Cypher or Peter, I am ready to go with you both into prison and unto death. How many of y'all can say that? Have you mustered the courage to be able to say in the faith that I'll go to prison and I'll die to continue to stand for Yah and his people? Not many. Most of you guys too afraid to take off your covering because you're scared you're going to get the plague. You didn't see all them heathens up there in D.C. with no coverings on, did you? Because they know better. They know a hoax when they see one. They know a wolf in sheep's clothing when they see one. Ox knows his master. The ass knows his owner. But you can tell Judah any damn thing and she'll believe it. Well, let's go forward. And he turned and said to them, Adonai, I'll go with you. I'm ready to go with you, both to prison and death. And he said, I tell you what, Kepha, the cock shall not crow this day before you have 3 times denied that you know me. Many of you guys are still doing that. Many someone challenge you on who you are, what we're about. Oh, it don't matter. Everybody, he loves the whole world. And you're lying. The truth ain't in you. Denying. He said, but that's what the unbeliever will do. Put under pressure, he will lie, he will deny. He and she. But the true believer is going to stand to the end. And he said unto them, when I have sent you without a purse and a scrip and shoes, did you lack anything? And they said, nothing. Then he said unto them, but now he that had a purse, let him take it. And likewise, he that has scrip is money. And he that has no sword. I'm going to say that to you again. If you don't have a sword, and you get attacked, it is your fault. Don't blame Yah. Oh, Yah, come save me, help me, Yah. Oh, please, please. He said, do not come at me. I've warned you and I told you to get ready. But because of your rebellion, your stiff-neckedness, you would not listen to the prophets, the messengers. And now look at the situation you put yourself and your family in. Because many of you guys better pray that these heathens don't come into your community, because you are not ready. And we told you years ago to prepare yourself, because we told you years ago what Esau and Edom were doing at the gun shops. Lines around the corner buying guns and ammunition. For what and for who? For you. But you did not listen, many of you. Some of you did. Praise Yah. And he said, for I say unto you, he said, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that has no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. For I say unto you that this is that is written, you must be accomplished in me. And for these things concerning me to have an end. And then said Adonai, behold, here are two swords. Then he said to Adonai, or meaning Lord, I have two swords. And he said to him, that's enough. So if any people tell you, oh, you were talking about the word, why did he tell him, here, I got two of them? He was talking about arming yourself up, weaponing yourself up, and getting ready for any assault that may come against you or those that you love. And some of you, we realize that you don't have the means for that. Then seal yourself in. Do not be out in these streets between the 17th until Yah has put his presence around you, his countenance around you, so that that enemy cannot affect you. But that message is really to the sisters. Any male, if you're not ready, please go out there so Yah can wean it, so he can sift you like wheat, get you from amongst us. Because we don't need any more cowards. We got enough Jesse Jacksons, L. Sharptons, the John Lewises, Claiborne, what's his name, Senator Claiborne, Congress. We got enough of Congress Claiborne. We got enough of you already. T.D. Snakes and the rest of them. May Yah sift them from us like wheat. But he said, you don't have, sell it, what you got, you take your money and go buy it. That's what he means, selling your script. Go buy it. And if you don't have any money, go pawn your shirt, go pawn your shoes, go pawn your coat. Pawn, to the pawn shop to get resources to go get it. This is the word of Yah. That is the word of Yah. Just read it to you. Well, let me bring this thing back to the end for you real fast. Why don't you follow me to the book of Psalms? Praise Yah. We're going to wrap this thing up. I know you got things to do, and Yah knows I have places to be this morning. But Yah put the hook on me to share it, and I am not moving out of this chair until I do his will. Not me. Last precept here. Psalms 144. For all of these people who are telling you, oh, Yah is love, and Yah don't want you to use no weapons, don't believe them. They're just trying to scare you, to stir you up. Okay, then. They're calling Yah a lie. Because look what Yah said here. This is through David. He said, blessed be Yahuwah, my strength. So you say, I'm strong in the Lord. Lord's going to protect me. Okay, I get it. Yah can and shall protect us. He wants to protect us. But there's a little work you got to do. And this is how he reads. This is what it reads. Blessed be Yahuwah, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. So yes, Yah's with you, but you got to put your own work in. Knock and the door is going to be answered. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it shall be given to you. You got to do some work. And my brothers and sisters, that work is, you had better be prepared on the 17th, before the 17th. Because if this purge type thing happens, I can assure you it's going to flow right over to our communities, and a lot of our people are going to be slaughtered. In other words, Yah said, put the blood of the lamb over your door seal like we did in Exodus. That blood over your door seal is your two swords or more and being ready. So when that death angel comes your way, it passes your house and goes over to these fools' home who did not prepare. Remember the story of the 10 virgins, 5 wise, 5 unwise. This is not the time to not have wisdom, my brothers and sisters. DFG, talk to you later. Bye now.